Hi everyone, my name is Evan, and this is Villaging. And this is the Disneyland Haunted Mansion from Department 56. And above that is the link to my review of said mansion. And in that review, I commented that I like the building, but as a Disney fan, I felt it fell short. And there were a few things that kind of annoyed me, but the thing that annoys me specifically are the flashing lights up front. I don't get it. I don't understand. Is this supposed to be the grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize and that's the flashing light? Because any Disney fan knows that the grim grinning ghosts are coming out to socialize either inside or in the graveyard, which is back here behind the building. So this is just plain annoying. And I commented in that video that I will be doing my best to fix this. So I'm going to make a video about it. I'm going to bring you along on the journey to see if I can get this guy to stop flashing and go solid. Now, I'm pretty confident that I can get them to stop flashing. Well, that takes us some wire cutters, and I can do that. But I'm going to take you along on the journey, and we're going to see if we can figure out how to get this guy to stop flashing and go solid, and see if that makes this house any better. So come with me on this journey, and let's take a closer look. All right, so for this experiment, what I have done is I have taken out part of the foam insert that was in the container, and I'm going to take my house and put this in it to protect it, but I need to hold it like this because, as you can see, it looks like my only access point is right here, okay? And I've got my close-up camera. That's why I've added a little bit more light, because the camera with the macro lens could use a little bit more light. So we're gonna try to get this guy to open up and see what the wiring looks like in there. I've got multimeter, I've got soldering iron, I've got all kinds of stuff. So I can make a really big mess and really make this better or worse. So let's find out. I'm gonna get close here. And I picked up from Amazon, and I've got a link in the description below. This is a CA glue remover, okay? CA glue, or cyanoacrylate glue, is most commonly known as crazy glue, right? We use crazy glue a lot of times to fix some of our ceramic pieces because it makes a nice solid connection and it glues pretty fast. If you've ever had any experience of it gluing your fingers together, sometimes that sucks and you want to remove that. One of the ways you do that is with acetone, okay, some type of paint thinner, or glue debonder, which is what they're calling this guy right here. I've never worked with this stuff before. It does warn you that it will dissolve cured cyanoacrylate, okay, so cured crazy glue. It will dissolve that, but it will also attack, and that is the word it uses, attack plastic. So you want to make sure, if you are going to use this stuff to try to do repair work on your own houses or whatever, you don't want to use this stuff on plastic or resin pieces. I would imagine this stuff will melt your resin pieces, so just be very careful. You also want to keep this away from any of the paint on your item. And as you can see, fortunately, there's no paint on the bottom. I'll just keep it away from the labels and we should be good to go. And as far as I can tell, this piece right here is ceramic as well. So I've got ceramic, finished ceramic here, and then I've got some like rough ceramic, and I think that's the plug that I'm gonna try to release. Okay, so what I have done here, and you can kind of see it on my close-up shot here, is I've taken a little bit of paper towels just to kind of protect everything and try not to melt my foam. And I'm just gonna add some of the glue remover to this. Hello everyone, future Evan here. I'm gonna be doing some narration on this video because past Evan has no idea what he's doing. There's also gonna be a lot of this close-up shot when I should be using my other camera's footage. Unfortunately, my other camera decided not to record during this segment, so I'm going to have to rely on the footage from my switcher, and we'll be referring you to this tiny screen here. Sorry for the inconvenience. I am assuming that this guy is glued in place. I honestly don't know. I haven't really tried to break it out of there because I don't want to break anything. this is not drizzling down into the house. This could be a complete train wreck, y'all. Got some pick tools here. Let's see if I can get under here. And you can kind of see what I'm doing. Yep, that already chipped. That's awesome. This is very fragile. So yeah, past Evan is using metal pick tools on ceramic parts. I, future Evan, realized this probably wasn't the best idea. But in our defense, past Evan was a trained and certified car stereo installer before he was a video editor, and the use of metal tools was commonplace. So past Evan is just working with the tools on hand. He will eventually remember that he has a plastic pry tool that would be a little more gentle against the hard ceramic of this building. But until he comes to that dawning realization, we get to watch him struggle. And yes, you did see correctly. That is the shadow of a piece of ceramic that past Evan chipped off of the plug itself. So after struggling with the plug for a bit, past Evan took out his trusty flashlight to peer into the mansion in an attempt to see where the glue is in relation to the plug. It's hard to see in there, but I can see the glue. So when they repair it, they've got to use some type of debonder, I would imagine. Then add more of that debonder, past Evan. More is better, right? And don't second guess yourself, buddy. You got this. As past Evan continues the liberal application of debonder, gentle prying on the plug, and staring into the depths of a project that is going to get way out of hand, he realizes that his daughter is late for dance. So we're going to take a little break while he goes and takes her to the studio. There, that's enough. Okay, so a thought did occur to me as I paused this and took my daughter to dance. Maybe they didn't use cyanoacrylate glue, maybe they used hot glue. So I'm gonna try a heat gun here and see if I can get this thing to release. Alrighty, we're just gonna fast forward through this. Past Evan's use of the heat gun took a while, and I'm not gonna make you watch all that. That's gotta be like watching paint dry. Wait, is that smoke? And past Evan completely missed it. You know, normally smoke coming out of the windows of a building is a bad thing. Just saying. Well, since past Evan doesn't suspect anything is wrong, he keeps going with the heat gun. And there's that pesky smoke again. I wonder if something has gone horribly wrong, but our hero doesn't know it. There it is. That's the look. The look of, bleep. Did I just ruin this thing? And I have to remain calm because I'm on camera? Ooh, I got it to release. Just carefully pry that plug off. Ooh, hot. Whoa, smoking. Past Evan, your inner monologue is leaking. Was it the electronics? Did I ruin this thing? Yeah, just stay calm and continue to one-hand that fragile $300 building that you may have just bricked. Well, it still lights up, so we didn't kill it. My hunch was right. It is, this little cap is bonded on there by hot glue. Okay, so I was able to use my heat gun to get it to melt, to get the majority of it off of there, and quite honestly, I think it's a combination. If you look at this guy here, it's kind of hard to focus on that, but I've got hot glue here, but this is hard plastic. This is cyanoacrylate. There's both of them on here. That's interesting that they used both. So now, let's see if we can figure out how this guy's wired up. Sweet. Okay, so after some manipulation, I have found that the mechanism is merely glued in place. Okay, so this is the LED that lights up the entire inside. Good size LED, nice amber, I guess. And it's just glued in place there. So this is the cord coming out of the wall right here. Okay. Supplying power into everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are, wait these guys out. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 wires going to my flashing LEDs up front. So somewhere in here, under all this gunk, is my controller that makes it go flashy flashy, and that's what I need to bypass. Hi, Future Evan here again to explain past Evan's line of thinking. Past Evan grew up in a time where a person would have to travel to a Radio Shack, Google it, to spend $5 on a single LED light. And if that person wanted to make said LED flash, they would have to wire it up to an IC chip that would make the LED do the flashing. So after stripping some wires and safely testing voltages using a digital multimeter, Past Evan bypassed the circuit that he thought was causing the LED to flash. This should have made the LED light up solid. But to Past Evan's confusion, the LED continued to blink. You can't see it past the mansion, but there is an utterly perplexed expression on Past Evan's face back there. Trust me. Oh, yep, there it is. This initiated an extended period of befuddlement for Past Evan, where questions began swirling around his head. What was going on here? Was it possible that the flashing mechanism was built into modern-day LEDs? Had he bitten off more than he could chew on this project? Is cereal a soup? Then, mustering all his courage and channeling his inner dentist, he came to the conclusion, time to pull that LED out. Using the heat gun to soften the glue, Past Evan removed the faux foliage in front of the LED and then extracted the LED itself. Seeing that there were no circuits in line with the LED that would cause it to flash, he wired the LED directly to a 3-volt AC adapter, and the LED did indeed continue to blink instead of lighting up solid, like he had assumed it would. Past Evan concluded that the blinky blinky is inside of the LED itself. So what is the solution? Has our hero completely ruined one of the most expensive pieces in his collection? Can a quick Amazon order save the day? Is this simply an empty box next to me because our hero destroyed the building inside of it in a fit of frustrated rage? Tune in next time to find out what happens as we fix the Disneyland Haunted Mansion.